All right, shalom, shalom. First things first, I want to give all honor and praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachakwadash. Sing Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachakwadash. And we give double honor to our apostles and our elders, which are the apostle elders, a great millstone, which feed us with knowledge.
Los Angeles. The whole earth is going crazy.
2025, which is the hopeful year of deliverance and the judgment and the destruction of Esau, man. All right, let's go right into the video. We got a lot of things going on. Brothers are well aware. We see a lot of things that are taking place. LA is on fire right now, which is LA is a wicked place. It's a wicked ass place. And a lot of these rich people are catching hell right now. A lot of the places that are burning, they're well-to-do places. They're places that have a lot of money. But the main point is this fair use on this video. He just brings out some information here and there, which is pretty current information. But the main thing is that you're seeing these are the beginnings, because LA ain't innocent. All right, especially coming out with all this Diddy stuff and all these things that are taking place. And you got signs in you got the moon, you got blood moons that are gonna show up this year. We damn near just a week. Just a weekend, damn near a week and some change, and all these things are taking place, and Trump ain't even got in there yet, and he already promised that the Middle East is going to be on fire. It's going to catch hell if the so-called hostages are not released by Hamas. He said he's gonna go in. So we got a lot of interesting things to keep up with. There's a lot of beautiful things, prophetic things that happen. And so I'm going to go ahead and play this video from the beginning. And then I have some other news stories that I saved that I wanted to go into. But this is fair use. He just brings out a couple pieces of information. And because now people, they're getting biblical. We've been telling the earth that these things are coming. That judgment is coming to the planet Earth. All the BS and all the things that have been draped in, especially now you got these Christians that are coming out of nowhere trying to save every damn body, which is their hollow doctrine. They got a straw man doctrine. It can't stand on its own, because once it's tested, this truth has been tried, it's been tested. That's why the Lord told us to go out to the highways and the byways. We weren't hiding. We've been on the highways. The same thing we've been saying is starting with our apostles and elders and their elders that taught them. We've been saying the same thing. Like the scriptures say, we entered into man's labors, into men's work. So we continued it. Just like if you have shifts in a job, even though you're on different shifts, you might be on day shift or night shift or weekend shift, you're continuing the same job. There's no different. You might have to do different things to get the project done, but everybody's on the same job. The same thing now. We have shifts. It's like the parable of the talent, or the penny a day. Some men came in at the last hour. That means you continuing the same work that men were continuing. You're not coming here to add to the doctrine. You're not coming here to spice it up. You're coming here to follow the same, what does it say? The foundation that's been laid. And what's that main foundation? That's Yahushai. So if you don't have Yahushai, you're not building on the correct foundation, on the cornerstone, and you're going to be off. If you don't follow the measurements or the blue line or the directions or the blueprints or the things that have to do with the job, you're going to go off, and it's not going to be a complete job. And if you're dealing with somebody that has paid you, they're not going to pay you that. That's salvation. So let's go ahead and play this video. Fair use. This is for educational purposes only. So if there's anything in here that may catch that, this is fair use. Let's play it.
Crazy right now, and I'm about to prove it. By the way, regardless what you say, none of this is normal. God said he put the heavenly bodies in the sky to tell us about times, dates, and seasons. 3 blood moons are coming this year. And in just look behind me, both of these scenes are happening at the same exact time. This is Texas, this is Los Angeles. The whole earth is going crazy right now, and I'm about to prove it. By the way, regardless what you say, none of this is normal. God said he put the heavenly bodies in the sky to tell us about times, dates, and seasons. 3 blood moons are coming this year. And in just the first week of this year alone, we've had the Cybertruck, we've had the New Orleans, we've had mass casualty events, and the history-breaking LA fire. Yes, it's the biggest one in history. But see, speaking of these times, dates, and seasons, right now we have a once in 100 lifetimes to see this Atlas meteor going through the sky. For the next few days, while all this stuff goes on right now. The same way we saw the Devil's Comet the same time as the eclipse and the Devil's Comet over Portugal when all that crazy stuff in Spain was happening. It's almost like all the things in the sky are for times, dates.
And that's to show you that eclipse was heavy, because look at where we at now. Look at the things that have taken place since that eclipse happened, since those signs have taken place and crossed out America. So these things have been escalating, from the assassinations, from different things that's been taken on. World War III has escalated. All these things, the digital currency. You got Elon Musk in there. That's going to push that Neuralink and that technology. So all the pieces are set. All the pieces are set. And it's not something we know this. We see it coming. That's how we know we give glory unto Yahweh Shemel Shai. We know that that's the real name. We're not saying any other name. We're not giving any honor and glory to any other name, because none of those other doctrines, Christianity didn't tell us what was coming. They didn't know how to break down Matthew's the 24th chapter, Daniel's 11, 2nd Ezra's 12, Revelations 13. They can't break these things down. That's why they're straw man. That's why they what does it say? They're grabbing for straws, man. There's nothing that they can, it's the same old bullshit doctrine. Oh, love everybody, Christians, this and that. It's old, man. It's old. It don't have no answers. It don't have no tangibility. It has no foundation. It's not built on anything that is actually tangible. That's why it's fallen. But this truth is built on Yahweh Shai, so it can't fall. That's why it says he's going to give us a mouth that men won't be able to gainsay nor resist. That's why these Christians are obsessed, starting with Vocab and all of his ilk and his kind, because they can't resist. They can't resist this. This truth is, what does it say? This truth is intoxicating. This truth is attractive. It's spicy. You know, and they can't get over it, and they see our hope.
In 100 lifetimes to see this Atlas meteor going through the sky. For the next few days, while all this stuff goes on right now. The same way we saw the Devil's Comet the same time as the eclipse and the Devil's Comet over Portugal when all that crazy stuff in Spain was happening. It's almost like all the things in the sky are for times, dates, and seasons. By the way, this dude is walking down the street and this fire randomly started right in front of him.
Fire just started here randomly? Dude,
The glasses, everything connects. Look at this article. Everything in this world connects. I mean, look at this right here. Earth is quite literally going crazy. Hyper-negatives happening just hundreds of miles away from each other. Y'all better find Jesus like the Ethiopian church is right now.
We don't need to go into all that. Let me find some more videos. Let's see here. Let's do some more reviews. This is from the 9th. Pure devastation. Look at it, man. This ain't nothing. Imagine when the missiles hit. Imagine the missiles hit. You ain't gonna be able to tell what was what. You won't be able to. And LA is a wrap for that place. It's gonna be a desert. Doleful creatures are gonna be dwelling in these areas after the smoke clears. That's just a wildfire. When the Lord really gets down on Babylon, it's gonna be a wrap, man. Total wrap. And these things have been predicted. I think, let me see which the one right here.
I talked to a fireman once. This is one of the reasons that freaked me out. And he was telling me, he goes, dude, one day, he goes, it's just going to be the right wind and the fire's going to start in the right place and it's going to burn through LA all the way to the ocean. And there's not a fucking thing we can do about it. I go, really? He goes, yeah, we just get lucky. He goes, we get lucky with the wind. He goes, but if the wind hits the wrong way, it's just going to burn straight through LA and there's not going to be a thing we can do about it.
It's not luck. It says, shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord has not done it. The Lord said he creates, what's the scripture where it says, the Lord has created evil and good. The Lord controls both sides of these things. That's omnipotent. So when it says, shall there be evil in the city, and look at the photo right there. That's a city. That's a major city in the U.S., man. Full of debaucheries, full of, this place ain't innocent. There ain't no tears to be cried here, man. Look at the homeless people that live in there. You got the rich getting richer and doing all kinds of wicked acts. Sodom and Gomorrah look like a damn bounce house compared to LA, man. Okay? Sodom and Gomorrah look like a bounce house with clowns and all that. This place is wicked, man. I just, in the spirit, I just talked to a beloved brother, and he was telling me about when he went there. He said it was a bad place, man. All you do is smell piss and all types of fuckery goes on, man. And this is a brother that has firsthand knowledge, and brothers out there can attest to that too. And what did it say about Sodom and Gomorrah? That they did not strengthen the hands of the poor and the needy. The Lord looks at all those things, man.
Get lucky. He goes, we get lucky with the wind. He goes,
Jesus
but if the wind
Christ.
hits the wrong way, it's just going to burn straight through LA, and there's not going to be a thing we can do about it. Because these fires are so big, dude. When you're talking about like thousands of acres that are burning simultaneously with like 40-mile-an-hour winds. And the wind's just blowing embers through the air, and those embers are landing on roofs, and those houses are going up.
Let's see. There we go. Watch this. Watch this. There we go. Amos 3 and verse 6, NLT. When the ram's horn blows a warning, should the people be alarmed? Does disaster come to a city unless the Lord has planned it? That hits. Read it again. When the ram's horn, what's the ram's horn? The prophets. Lift thy voice as a trumpet, show my people their transgression. So the warning has went out for years. There's camps in LA. There's camps in all over the USA. Nobody can say they didn't know all that. Oh, I didn't know it was coming. No, they fanned their hands at this truth and thought it was a joke. Now here it comes, and it started. It's been started. It ain't slowing down. It's gonna intensify. It's gonna get worse and worse and worse. But the Lord has protected those and sealed his elect, that he's gonna keep safe, man. But the Lord needs to do his work. The earth needs saving, man. The earth needs sin is a cancer. Sin is it's a tumor on the earth. And Babylon is the fucking head of the pimple, man. Okay? So it's gonna be judged so the earth can see. That's why the Lord is gonna make this place a example, just like he made Sodom and Gomorrah example. And this Babylon is the modern day Sodom and Gomorrah is going to be that ongoing example on what happens if you continue to live wicked. But the law is going to be established on the planet Earth. Let's read the Amplified version. It says, if a trumpet is blown in a city, warning of danger, which is this truth, will not the people tremble? If a disaster or misfortune occurs in a city, has not the Lord caused it? So who started these wildfires? Yabashim Al-Shai.
Weird stuff's happening in LA.
Charlie warned us all.
I mean, just think about it.
Hold on. I gotta go back to it. I knew it was gonna pop like that. Let's get it. Hold on. Salakia.
I talked to a fireman once. This is one of the reasons it freaked me out. And he was telling me, he goes, dude, one day, he goes, it's just going to be the right wind, and the fire's going to start in the right place, and it's going to burn through LA all the way to the ocean, and there's not a fucking thing we can do about it. I go, really? He goes, yeah, we just get lucky. He goes, we get lucky with the wind. He goes, but if the wind hits the wrong way, it's just going to burn straight through LA, and there's not going to be a thing we can do about it. Because these fires are so big, dude. When you're talking about like thousands of blowing embers through the air, and those embers are landing on roofs, and those houses are going up, and they're landing on bushes, and those bushes are going up, and everything's dry. And once it happens in a way where it's so spread out that there's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do.
You just have to evacuate, right?
Nothing.
Pure devastation, man. Pure devastation. We got a snowstorm happening in Dallas at the same time. Let's see here. Let's go. Let's get some precepts. That's the scripture I wanted. Isaiah 45 and 7. This is Isaiah 45 verse 7. And it reads, NLT, I create the light and make the darkness. I send good times and bad times. I, the Lord, am the one who does these things. So, whew, LA's getting smacked, man. Okay, we in a time of judgment. We're in a time of redemption. The Lord is fighting for this truth. He's establishing and letting the world know that he is in the midst of Israel, and that's going to be the elect first, and then the rest of the nation will come through the elect in that time. But the Lord is dealing with the elect first. Okay, this is the amplified version. It says the one forming light and creating darkness, causing peace and creating disaster. I am the Lord who does all these things. But you can't bring this to a Christian. God's all love and he hugs everybody. But they can't break these precepts down. They ignore them. When I seen that, I was like, shit. you gotta like, dang. But it makes sense because then you read Job, then you see Satan. He says he came in the midst. He said he going to and fro. How's he going to and fro? Who's sending him to and fro? He don't do anything on his own accord. That's not in order. Everything must be done decently and in order. Okay? Let's see here. This is Lamentations 3 and verse 37. It says, who can command these things to happen without the Lord's permission? See, that's the precept of what I just said, man. They ain't doing it on their own. Spirits aren't working on their own. Same thing with the spirits told Yahushua, you come to take us before our time. Because who set the time? Who set the time limit on the demons to do what they were doing? There was a time limit set. The bounds. Esau has a bound that he can't pass. So once the time is over, it's over with. And the kingdom is coming. The kingdom is coming, man. Lamentations 4:38, NLT. It says, does the Most High send both calamity and good? Verse 39, heavy. Verse 39, it says, then why should we mere humans complain when we are punished for our sins? That's why we have a redeemer, okay? We have a redeemer, and we in this time, and this truth is the main thing to be concentrated and to push into. We at the home stretch, man. We're at the home stretch. It's clear, it's evident. We ain't even 2 weeks into the new year, and it's last year was popping the same way. But this, man, it's gonna be spicy. It's gonna be caliente, okay? It's gonna be habanero, ghost pepper hot. LA feeling it, man. I got this video where dude is going. That's the video I can pull up.
Charlie warned us all.
Let me see if I can't pull it up. 1 second. Let me see if I can't pull up dude's video. There we go.
20 cop cars that just came there. Now, here's the one thing I'll tell you. The fire is, the valley is a square. The fire.
So this dude he's wealthy too. This guy right here, he's wealthy. He's not broke. I'll show you. I'll prove.
What you just saw is the traffic right outside my house. I'm going to have to move my cars. And what's going to end up happening here is I don't want you guys to fall into something called the bystander effect. This is a psychological phenomenon. It's human nature to sit there and wait until the last second to make a decision. I've already called my friends. They're going to come help me move a lot of my cars out. I already called, my mom. She owns a moving company.
See?
She's bringing her movers and the trucks to try and help me get as much of.
What the riches profit you? All that money now, you can't drive all them cars. You have to have people come and help you drive your cars. So what's the point of having all that fucking cars? You can't move the house. Now you got to evacuate. That's why it says don't trust in uncertain riches, man. It's not the time that we ain't in the world to flex, man. All those things are going to be not when it comes to real life danger. So really, we're in the best case if we don't got shit in this world. Because when the shit goes down, we ain't got to cry about none we lost. Because we ain't got shit anyway. We don't got no $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 cars, $80,000 cars. This dude's living in a $1 million mansion. All these cars. What is the profit of? He's trying to save it, but you can see in his mind, he's ready to go. He's trying to save his skin, man. So this is just a taste of what's gonna happen when this thing really hits the fan. Oh, look at all that. That's an ignorant move now, ain't it? Now you got all these cars and they getting ready to burn. You got to wait on insurance money. And they're gone. All of that flex and all of that, your house, you got to leave that house. So it doesn't profit. We don't need to have all these things now. If you have your daily bread, a roof, a car, a little whip to take you around in, that's good. But these Edomites are getting ready to taste hardship, man. All right, taste that hardship. But Lord willing, I'm going to leave it there. Lord willing, is edifying lesson. We in beautiful times, beautiful cases. Yabashim Al-Shah's acting. We just got to watch, man. You know, watch the prophecies, watch these things take place and see the Lord dismantle him. Just like we watched the Lord work on them Egyptians through Moses and Aaron. He was working them, man. Them Egyptians looked terrible by the time the Israelites left out of Egypt. Lice bit, hungry. You know, all of the cattle's fucked up. You know, they was depressed. And then the last plague, which was the death of the firstborn. All right, so by the time the Israelites left out of Egypt, that place was terrible, man. All right, so Lord willing, is that a final lesson with that? I say, call halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rahak Wadash. Until the next time, I say shalom, and more not and never keep faith. Shalom.